from what you feel, yeah. Every time I go, I don't wanna leave it, so all night flow. I'ma give it to you slow, you ain't gotta wait around. I'ma give you what you upside down. I'ma call that nosebleed.
What do you do? What's up?
Faded, we living our life, trying to get in it tonight.
She keep me going.
All that, she keep me going. All that, she keep me going. All that,
She keep me going.
all that, she keep me going. All that, she keep me going. All that. Yeah, early morning give you insight. Natural glow like a street light. I ain't really about the street life, but your body wanna ride like a street bike. But you never been a beat type. Let me beat it, I'ma be Mike. I'ma be Ike. That's me, got you dripping like a sea ride. I'ma give you what you want, I'ma be I. Roll up some marijuana, I'm tired of being sober. All that, she keep me going. All that, she keep me going. All that,
She keep me going.
all that.
Even though the day that, you know, we went down, it was like a big thunderstorm, but, you know, we still pushed through.
Yeah.
And, you know, we got there, we had a good time. We met, you know, Just Blaze's right-hand man. He's, it's a king. And, you know, that's basically what we went down there for, is to network, you know. And we accomplished that goal. We got a very strong connect now. So.
And you know, when we're down there,
things,
I mean, we do this webcast for future entrepreneurs in the music game and the music industry. And I just think, like, when you get in these situations, when you have these people, man, it's all about, number one, character and how you poise yourself. Because what we did was we made the smart move, and we didn't go and act thirsty. Do you think, you know what I'm saying? We weren't thirsty like, oh yeah, this is Just Blaze, this is his boy. We're gonna just run up on him and then try to get his information and like try to connect. You know, we waited till the right opportunity came, and then we capitalized. And you know, I recommend that for everybody who's out there who is really trying to do something when it comes down to making these kind of connections and getting involved with the hustle. You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to do that? How are you going to put yourself in a situation where you're just looking up at everything and you're like up in the clouds and you're just seeing the majesty and the beauty of everything that's going on, and you can get caught up in that because you can see that it's Just Blaze and he's been with Jay-Z and he's been doing all this right here, and you forget that everybody got to hustle their way up. You just can't go up in the room and start talking to them. You know, sometimes that can happen. Sometimes you can have the opportunity, but we did it in the right way, and I feel like it's just uphill. You know, that's the next thing that's going to happen.
Yeah, you always got to be mindful when building and networking with people or celebrities, and because, you know, number one, they're human, just like you. They do the same things you do. They need the same things to survive just like you do. So don't approach them and you know, just be like extra with them.
Yeah.
You know, talk to them normal.
Yeah, because I don't feel like we were acting all crazy when we were talking to his mans. Like, we were just like, yeah, man. That's what I think too, man. Because I feel like he realized that, and he was more genuine. And he was like, look, man, make sure that you document how we were talking, so that way we can be, so I can make sure I remember you. Because I know a whole bunch of faces, they be coming towards him. So I'm just trying to get that all going.
Yeah, I mean, we basically just approached them. We was, you know, just chilling, eating pizza, and he came out, and we just, you know, approached them and introduced ourselves and had a casual conversation. And at the end of that, we got contact information, and I actually just got his email maybe about 10 minutes ago, 10 15 minutes ago. So we will be networking with this guy and sending them more material. So once again, like when you network with people, or and you want to be an entrepreneur and you want to be a go-getter, just know that they're people also. Just network correctly, and
Yeah.
through that relationship, you can build other relationships. So that's the key.
And I think another thing that's real important about this right here is this whole past week we've been going through a whole bunch when it comes down to building. You know, we got on we had like a little webcast earlier with a guy named goes by the name of Gary Digital, and we're just talking about the hustle, man. And he brought up a really good point about Nipsey, about how he came up with this idea of like selling a track for, what, $100. What was he saying? Do you remember the story?
Yeah, he actually said that he was selling that Nipsey seen I guess some kind of show or something where someone was selling a cheesesteak for $100, and that sparked Nipsey's creativity to go out and say, you know what, I'm gonna sell a CD for $100, which everybody told him that it won't sell, but he did it. He sold I guess he sold maybe about more than 2,000 copies of this CD. That's $100. And basically, what it is if you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to be innovative. You have to find a niche market, and you have to be innovative. And a lot of people are going to tell you that you can't do it or it can't be done, but you got to push through. And by that, Jay-Z actually recognized Nipsey Hussle and bought a whole bunch of his CDs because he realized the genius in that marketing strategy.
Yeah. That's legit, man. And right now, I shared the this webcast. It's on YouTube, as you know, and also it's in the 20 Concept Music fan page. So if anybody's watching right now, hey, we live, we in here. Reach out to us because we're trying to build. Today I had an interesting conversation with a young fella. He's an EDM producer. He's real young, probably like 11, 12 years old, but he's doing pretty good. And he was just telling me, have you heard of Isotope?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
The mixing software for mastering?
Yeah, what do you think?
I think it's a complete package where you can just basically, take your song and, finish it with one plugin. It's a very powerful plugin. I know Wonder Girl uses it. She produced for Jay-Z. A lot of people use it. It costs a little bit of money, but it is worth every penny.
Yeah, he was talking about how right now the only plugin he has is Nexus. He's looking at Serum, and I just want to say, like, what do you think about that? For these young people out here, because like, I'm not saying that we're old right now, because we're still young in the game, but we're phasing out. We're going in that next stage where we got to be, bosses, and like finding talent. That's what we've been trying to do, basically, trying to get talent together, find it. And what do you say, man? Young person coming up, just to people who out there who use Fruity Loops. What are the best plugins that you would recommend? Because you at a professional level when it comes down to making music. So, what is your professional opinion on, like, let's say the top 5 or the top 3 plugins and just some strategies on the build up.
I would say the top 5 best plugins to have. You have to have Nexus. You have to have Omnisphere. You know, Omnisphere takes up a lot of space, but it is a very good plugin. I would say get the Waves bundle with all the SSL plugins, all the compressors, you know, the H delays. You want to get that definitely. You want to get I'll say Gross Beat. I know a lot of producers use Gross Beat too. I mean, that alone, if you know how to manipulate it, you can make your own sounds. You can change sounds. You can really do whatever with that. And what is it? Number 5, I would say like Doom 2. It's also a good plugin. I mean, you basically want to get good sounds, good quality sounds. You want to get good drum sounds because at the end it's gonna help you when you get to that mixing stage. When it's time to mix, and if you got good sounds, you're not gonna have to do too much to mix it and make it sound good.
Yeah, you're not going to
And
add too much to it.
yeah.
So, all right. For me, yesterday we were in the studio, and how many bangers did we drop?
Yeah, I think we did at least like 4 or 5.
Like real bangers. Y'all can go check him out on Instagram. No Love ENT, NOLUVENT at, that's his at, and then mine is at Substance. You know, so mine is fairly new. So I do have like a personal one, but it was for all my friends and stuff like that. So I don't be really giving that one out too much. But mine is Substance. That's SUBSTANZE. Substance. And y'all see what we're doing, see where we're moving, and make sure you go check out that tape that 20 just put out. Can you tell them where they can find it?
Yeah, definitely. You can find it on DatPiff. It's DATPIFF.com. And if you type in "Sorry for the Wait," 4 FOR, not the number. Sorry for the Wait. The cover was done by Kodak. So if you guys need any cover art, he's the man to go to. I mean, yeah, it's doing pretty good so far. I haven't checked it lately, but the last I checked, it had about 75 downloads, which is pretty good in 2 days. So, I mean, yeah, if you guys want to hear some good music, go check that out. We got another one coming out soon. It's called 2023. And that one is going to be even better than Sorry for the Wait. You know, I dropped Sorry for the Wait because it was taking so long for me to work on the 2023 EP. But that's because, you know, we've been running around. We've been trying to, you know, get information about how to build our business and get artists together and just get things going right now. So it's, you know, gets a little challenging to work on music and do beats when you're out in the mix, out and about. You know, me and Kodak, we just actually left the studio maybe, I would say about 8, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And we were there since, I don't know, what time did we get there? I don't even remember. About
it was
12.
late. We were there
o'clock?
for at
Yeah, it was
least
pretty late.
10, 12 hours. Just straight, you know, going in there, slaving on a track. Like, really putting in work.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I feel like when people are doing things, like when you're trying to make moves, when you're trying to go somewhere, and you're going to put that time in. And sometimes sleep is an inconvenience. You got to just get in there and get work done.
Yep.
And that's what we were doing, man. Because I know on the way back, I was so dog tired. You know when you've been up for so long, like all of a sudden you're driving on the road and you be having like these split seconds where you know that you were driving, but you wake up, but you weren't asleep. Your body was just asleep, and you're like, man, I'm trying so hard to stay awake that I'm not focusing on being awake already, and it was just ridiculous, man. So I went to sleep, and then I mean, like 50 missed calls, like a whole bunch of Facebook notifications, whole bunch of Snapchats. I mean, everybody was trying to reach out to me, and I was like, man, the body needs rest. And what's the first thing I texted you today?
Yeah, he said, "Did you get some sleep?"
Yeah,
I mean, really, I only sleep about maybe 3 to 4 hours a day. I mean, now, usually I used to get about 8 hours, 7 hours, but now it's really cut down to about maybe five hours the most. Um, but yeah, I mean that's the grind though. I'm not mad at it at all. I mean, I'd rather be awake and be productive than be asleep and doing nothing. So
I know, man. Making money in your dreams, right?
yep.
But yeah, man, it's just like one of those things where everybody need to be working, and I want people to know they need to be working. And like we're pretty new to this whole webcast thing because I know there's so many people doing it already, but I just think, in my personal opinion, we're gonna have information for you that you're not getting. Like today, he told you like the best, plugins and the things they get. Do you prefer do you prefer using the isotope in conjunction with Pro Tools or just that on its own?
I would say really if you, a little secret is you don't even really need Pro Tools. What you need is the plugins. Because when you take it into Pro Tools, some plugins only used to work for Pro Tools, but now you can get the whole entire Waves plugins for Fruity Loops, and it will work inside Fruity Loops. You can get the same industry sound out of Fruity Loops, and people would think it's done in Pro Tools. Many times I spoke to people, and they ask me, "What did I mix my beats in?" And I tell them, before I even say anything, they say, "Oh, you must have did it in Pro Tools," and I say, "No, I did everything in FL Studio." And that's just, it comes with having the right plugins, but knowing how to use those plugins, knowing how to use compression, knowing how to use your delays and your reverbs and your choruses and your flangers to your liking to get that sound you want. So just always know it's not, what you use, it's how you use your stuff that you got. I know people that use stock sounds and Fruity Loops and make them sound good. So just always remember it's not what you use, it's how you use what you got, how you use your tools and the knowledge you got. So you got to do a little homework. You got to watch a little YouTube videos, watch people ahead of you, and study. I mean, it's not an easy process. It's just really not. But I mean, if you guys really want it and you want to be entrepreneurs, you don't want to work for anybody, that's what it takes. It takes no sleep and a lot.
Me doing this kind of thing for a long time, and I finally found a way how to maximize my funds and get the most out of it. So we definitely got that. You can hit us up in the DM. I ain't trying to throw the plug or try to bring that up. But at the same time, while we're doing that, we're also trying to teach people things about this hustle. And, we're going to be doing live beat making broadcasts where you can see 20 concepts or you can see me on Reason, basically doing the mastering and the mixing in the DAW. If people don't know what a DAW is, it's basically the program you use to make your music. I mean, you got Cubase, you got what else? Logic, Fruity Loops, Reason.
It's called a digital audio workstation. That's what it completely stands for.
Yeah.
So
we
Yeah,
know
you
how
got
to
a lot of different ones out there too. So
yeah
you gotta do your research on that too.
to see what you like and how you can interface with it a little bit better. Like it's funny because
Yeah.
I met 20. He said he started off on Reason and then moved to Fruity Loops, and I started off on Fruity Loops and then I moved to Reason, and now he's like trying to get me to get back on Fruity Loops. So yesterday we had a little sesh. We made some tracks, and I felt like, oh, Fruity Loops ain't that bad anymore. But now they got 9.5 coming out, and plug into Propeller Head if we're going ahead and thinking smart and bringing in the VSTs. So now it's just gonna be ridiculous, and I'm going ahead and cop that, and I'm just gonna be making the moves. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get the Nexus, Electra X, Serum, with some other ones that are just nice, like worth it.
You want to get the Omnisphere. You want to get the
Omnisphere.
Purity. Dune 2. Fetrix. Gross Beat. I mean, these are all that, all plugins that the top guys use. The Metro Boomers, the Southsides, the Sunny Digitals. All the sounds you hear in the radio, these are the plugins that do it. And you guys gotta get with it. And if you guys need any beats, you can contact the Beat Kinetics, send some emails, and just let us know. I mean, we recently did a track with Rashard Breland from the Redskins, and actually I just got a notification like not too long ago on the video we posted in the studio from Red Drums Beats. He did stuff for Gutter Gutter, Ugly God, Kodak Black, Famous Dex.
What?
So yeah, people are watching. Yep, people are watching, man. So you guys got to get with us, man, because soon we're gonna be big, man.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, we ain't big, but we ain't no YouTube beat. So
Nah,
we not no YouTube beat. Like I gotta let you know. So if you're trying to come in here and you're saying, oh, I only got $300, I only got $400, $500, I'm going to be honest with you. If you ain't really got bars and you ain't really trying to do something with us, I'm telling you, we just a little bit too high priced. Because we ain't going back down. Like, another thing that we've been talking about is worth. How much are you worth? And some people don't know how much they're worth, and they go out there and they sell themselves for less, and we're not trying to do that. You know what I mean? It's just not that time, and everybody's trying to eat, everybody's trying to make it, their ends meet. So like, if you're gonna come to us, respect the fact that it does take time, and when we make these beats, we don't just make these beats just like all willy-nilly. You know what I mean? We actually putting in the work. So,
yep.
And I feel like a lot of the times, you wouldn't go up to, maybe some people do this, but if you go to a corporation, if you go to a corporate office or corporate front desk, you won't be like, oh, can I get a free this right here? You're going to go walking in there knowing that you're going to pay some money. And if you know you don't have the money, what do most people do if they don't got the money? How many people you see who don't got the money walking up into a Gucci store or a Balenciaga store?
Yep.
They don't be walking up in there. And I'm just trying to say, man, we like Gucci. That's what we like, man. We like the Balenciagas, man. We like the Masimotos. Like, we just high class. You know what I'm saying?
I think I'm taking that, Kodak. I'm the Balenciaga of beats, man.
I got a pair of them, man. Go ahead, man.
Hey.
Look, bro. You saw my Gucci's when we went to New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we ain't playing around here. And I'm not trying to brag on us, but confidence is a sign of intelligence, and I feel like I'm an intelligent person. And for some reason, every time I post a video on here, it puts us in the gamers, but this is not a gamer YouTube video. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out why it keeps on doing that.
You gotta change them hashtags.
I didn't put no hashtag or no nothing on there. It just automatically goes to like gamers. You know what I mean? It's like,
Hey, that's a big audience too. I mean,
I didn't put no
we gotta
hashtag
figure it out.
or no nothing on there. So I'm just trying to figure that out, bro.
Yeah.
So, we just doing our work, man. That's what we're doing. Oh, I see how we can do it. I can change it right here. So what kind you think we should change it to? Music or entertainment?
Yeah, music entertainment, yeah. Hey, and by the way, if y'all listening, go check out Joe Budden's podcast. It's very, very funny. He also touches on some very good points though. He has DJ Academics with him on there. I've been tuning into his podcast lately, and it's very entertaining. So go check that out also.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Cause we trying to get that work, and so just for a recap, just of saying what we've been talking about so far for all the people who just tuned in, because I just see one person on here. So like, hey, what's up? I'm Kodak 20 Concept, and basically we've been talking about how he traveled to New York, and we went to go see some people, some Just Blaze people, got some connections, you know what I'm saying, and now we running game, and we're gonna be going up there more frequent. Shout out to Quad Studios, because we're gonna be coming up in there and basically letting people know that it's a 20 Kodak thing, and we're gonna be setting up camp up in New York. So y'all just be ready, be aware, because that's where we going. We've been dominating over here in the DMV. Now it's time for us to go ahead and dominate other places. We got Proof. He's gonna be one of the people on the roster. If you know, go ahead, tell some people about Proof, man. You know what I'm saying? Let people know who he is, how you met him, what we're gonna do, what are the plans?
Yeah, man, Proof is definitely a artist that you guys will definitely hear about soon. I mean, he's on the upcoming. His IG is at the Proof, PROOFE on IG. Actually, he has the number 8 spot on the mixtape Sorry for the Wait. That it was a sampled instrumental EP I dropped. And yeah, I mean, you'll definitely know who he is in a little bit. We're gonna build him up to the weekend status, superstardom. So, we're not over here playing games. We're not trying to make no small change or small, entertainers. We want, bring the best out of somebody, and I feel that his full potential can probably be better than the weekend. But we'll see. Or actually, you guys will see. Trust me.
Cause he got a song out there right now that I can cue it up on my turntables, basically have it where y'all can see, and just let people know that it's about making those moves. It's about going out there and not being afraid to jump, and that's what we're doing right now. Me and 20, we had our pitfalls, not between us, but for some reason, we always been upstanding fellas, but for some reason, these people see that we're good people with good intentions, so they try to take it and they try to abuse that. And we just met in some kind of weird way, and ever since then, even though these people around us been, acting up and acting a fool, we've been focusing on getting that money. And I feel like money's been coming together. We got lists. We're going to be making phone calls, contacting publishers and record labels and trying to and also gig people who can get book gigs and things, so a booking agency. And I mean, you got to do all those things when you talk about, or when you're trying to build into your artists and you're trying to get them out there, because they're going to want to do shows, they're going to want to build fans, they're going to want to do all those things. And sometimes you need to have a team behind them, helping them basically focus on getting them places so they can craft their art and they can be seen, you know. And I think that's real important when you really focus on those things, and when when you have a team of individuals who are locked in and they're saying, okay, this is our goal, this is where we're going to go. And you have any other inputs on that, just about locking in and uniting?
Yeah, I would say, you know, once you lock in with a group of people with the same mindset, it's just like if you pour some Coca-Cola or some Pepsi inside a mason jar, and you shake it up and you shake it up, eventually that pressure is gonna burst that top, and that's what we're doing. We're applying pressure this whole summer.
Yep.
And I guarantee you, the top is gonna pop, man, and somebody's gonna know who we are. Somebody's gonna give us that chance. So, you know, always follow your dreams, stay consistent, and just get around people that are about the same things you are.
Yeah.
You know, don't get around negative people that are going to bring you down. Like Kodak said, you know, there's a lot of people around us that are, you know, really not on the same page we are. But you can't let that bring you down. And also, you don't necessarily have to cut those people off, but just know what that person is, you know, and you know, keep it moving with a tight circle, and you stay focused, stay consistent, and you know, things will pay off in this music business. It's definitely a rough road. You know, I can't lie. It's been a rough 10 years right now, but I'm keeping it pushing. I'm gonna go for another 10.
Yeah, man. And I feel like right now we just in this mode right now, and I feel like things are just coming together. Like yesterday, one of the people we've been trying to really get to do work finally produced. You know what I'm saying? What do you say? You think so?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, it took some time, but he got in there and
yeah.
he started getting on. So obviously the energy that we are bringing to the table, I just believe that is affecting people. You know, it's getting people motivated, and people are knowing like, oh man, 20 and Kodak, man, they willing to go to New York last minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. In the rain, in the thunderstorm.
In a thunderstorm. So it's one of those things where people can see that we hungry, and if you hungry and you got talent, which 20 does, he got talent when it comes to making beats. Look, you hear this track right here? I'm gonna turn it up. You're not gonna hear. This is what we doing right now. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start it back up from the top. This right here is honest. This
yeah,
that's.
But Bustino, by the way, another talented artist that we're gonna be working with.
I'm gonna turn it up for you.
Ozone Pilot.
Ozone Pilots. Oh, you check out our way. I'm gonna go ahead and pause it real quick, but go check out 20 Concept Music Group page, and you will find the video for their song called Check Up. Look it up.
Video.
The video is nice. Check it out. It's legit. I'm gonna turn this up so y'all can hear this. This right is a 20 Concept beat.
I try to treat you better. I'm guessing things are well. But if I be honest with myself, I can't really tell. I like to think I'm better. Yeah, I wish you well. But if I be honest with myself, you can go to hell. Listen, baby. Hey, you, oh, you the one I get involved, does that turn you on? Who? Do you think you're fooling? AC, I be coolin', ooh, baby. Cool. Physical attraction, visual attacking, never slacking on your moves, baby. You got the shit that I like. From the way I hit it, lame ass niggas sneak this. Don't know that pussy be mine. They only get the visit when I spend some weeks in it. Taking it at a time. Yeah. Roll up a J to get high. Zone it. 5 o'clock in the morning. Ain't know my name was on it.
That right there, you just gave a little tribute out to him, you know. So look, y'all see what we working with, you know what I'm saying? So we ain't no slouches on this, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to brag on myself or nothing like that, but I feel like and that was recorded in Reason, just to let y'all know. So didn't even use Pro Tools, Reason, and listen to the quality. And then, you know, 20 Concept, he knows so much about like frequencies and all the other stuff. He was over here to just to it, you know what I mean? So I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. One little tip about your delays. Whenever you want to use something on a delay, just you gotta make sure you know the timing. Make sure you know how much you want it to bounce, and you know how many times you want that sound to actually bounce. That's what delay is. It's like you got. It's like when you throw a rock on the water. How many times is that sound? How many times is that rock going to bounce? That's basically how you can think about delay. So, you know, if you get that timing right with your delays, which I would recommend, the best delay I've been using is the H delay out of the Waves bundle. That is the best delay you can ever use. The Waves bundle by itself is completely, you know, what you need. I mean, it is about, but every penny, everything. So just go check that out.
Yeah, I got one of an artist that I used to work with. I'm trying to see what he's doing. I told him, yeah, we live right now. Might try to see if I can get him up on here, but I don't know. I'll just tell you this, man. We are not here to be ripping anybody off. The main thing is, the one thing that I talk often about is integrity. You know, if you're going to get in this who you are, then you will not be able to establish your team, and they're gonna be walking all over you the whole time. Like, ain't nobody gonna be paying attention to what you say. You know what I mean? So that's the number one thing you gotta know. Like, what is your intended purpose when it comes down to this? Who are you in this music game? Right? Number 2 thing to look out for and pay attention to is trust your judgment. And people know, like, if you know yourself and you can trust your judgment, and then the last thing you got to do is just act on that. So if you have an ideal, you have a dream, you do want to do all those kind of things, those are 3 things you need to do. If you take those things with you, you won't be in a situation where you get that 360 deal, you lose all the rights to your music, you don't get any albums out, you end up like Kesha. That won't happen. It shouldn't be just about the money. If you're going to be making music, it should be about the fact that you really like making this music thing. I want to turn this track up right here and give a shout out to Proof. Here's another one of our artists that we working with. I'm gonna turn it up. This is Proof. This is who 20 was talking about earlier.
Baby, you know that I want to be close. Bring your little body to me. Let me touch your ocean. Let me ride all on your waves. You can be my coast. You can sit all on me, baby, just like a toy. Let me take you to the level, just like a soul. I'ma be holding your body, just like a organ. I can't control it.
She keep me going.
She keep me going. She keep me going.
She keep me going.
She keep me going. She keep me going. Baby girl, you're losing focus. Got you running around like a circus. Why you wanna be alone? Why you wanna take your time? I can read what's on your mind. Telling me you wanna chill. We ain't gotta pop a pill. We can just roll it in. We can just head it. We can do what you want to. I don't wanna stop you from what you feel. Yeah. Every time I go, I don't wanna leave, it's all night flow. I'ma give it to you slow, you ain't gotta wait around. I'ma give you what you need, upside down. I'ma call that nosebleed. We faded, we living our life, trying to get in it tonight.
She keep me going.
She keep me going. She keep me going.
She keep me going.
That right there was all the by Proof and Ayo Germ. It's nice, man. That's a nice song, and we're gonna be breaking that song out. You heard it first on here, and this right here is the beat kinetics. We making moves. We trying to do our thing, and we just focus, man. And I don't have too much more to say about that. You know what I'm saying? So 820.
I mean,
Yeah, we gotta do that.
I mean, it's pretty much sealed and ready to go, man.
I mean, he's gonna blow up,
from
man.
us.
He's gonna
be
blow
doing
up.
more of
Man.
these podcasts,
Yep.
and we're gonna get things going. You're gonna hear a lot more from us.
You're gonna be hearing, and like you see this artist right here, we just don't got one. We ain't just got one, you know, we ain't got one nut on us, you know what I'm saying? We can go all night. So like, you know, those people out there just get one in and then they be like, oh, I'm tired, I can't keep going. Nah, not up in here. Not up in here, you know what I mean? So we young and we ready. So just gonna let y'all know that. And I appreciate everybody who was tuning in. I saw about 4 or 5 people here and there through the whole thing. So hey, keep tuned, subscribe, like, share, follow, whatever everybody else says about this kind of stuff. And I'm gonna be putting together the video from the studio session last night, so I'll have that up. And it'll be on our social media. So follow us at NOLUVENT or at Substance with a Z instead of a C. SUBSTANZE. And I'm Kodak, and this is 20 Concept.
And I'm 20 Concepts signing out, man.
All right, man.